The curiosity formula is all about attention. What's up guys? This is the channel where I talk about strategies, tips and tricks for you to double or even triple your e-commerce email revenue. If you make 5, 6, even 7 figures a month, this is perfect for you. So, in this video I'm going to be talking about email subject lines. Have your open rates been suffering? Do you have trouble writing compelling subject lines that get opened and where people actually click through? I'm going to go into all of that and you'll even get amazing cheat sheet at the end. So, keep watching guys, let's go. Welcome to the curiosity formula. So if you want really high open rates for your emails, you gotta be careful on what you write on your headline and your sub-headline. If it's not compelling, if it's not the most demanding thing of the user's attention at the moment and point in time when he looks at his phone, when he looks at his PC, you are not getting the sale, you are not establishing the relationship, and that user is not opening that email, which is what matters. And so, what is the curiosity formula? The curiosity formula is what I use when I'm writing open rate, when I'm writing subject lines. This is what me and my team uses. It's how we achieve open rates of up to 40%, and sometimes even higher. It just depends on the list. But yeah, the curiosity formula is all about attention. So attention mainly revolves around these 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the curiosity formula. So number 1 is unusual and exotic. So if you have, it's sort of like science, it's sort of like a formula, a math thing. If you plug in a certain algorithm, if you manipulate certain variables, you achieve a certain outcome. And so one of the variables in this case is having an unusual or exotic headline. Example, this Moroccan argan oil shampoo, etc. This little known citrus fruit that came all the way from Amazon, from the deep hearts of Amazon. This 71-year-old grandfather decided to play pinball. Guess what happened next? So these are horrible examples, but again, it's just to give you an example of like what this means, right? What do you mean unusual, exotic? So anything weird or anything that's out of the ordinary, you wouldn't normally hear this in a conversation. It's something you'd sort of notice in tabloids and headlines, but tailor it to your brand, tailor it to your business. Number 2, sensational. Number 2 is sensational. What do I mean sensational? I'm talking about newspapers basically. So sensational. So the thing about sensational headlines is they sort of state things like this country's president made a statement that sparked outrage among the local community. Police officer makes a wrong arrest. Something even like something as simple as health professional makes a claim that coffee isn't exactly that safe for you. So along those lines. So sensational headlines, the best way to write sensational headlines is to just get on your local news headlines, get on the international news. There's a ton of inspiration there. Just take one of it, put it for your business and make it customized and personalized. And the third factor, authority. So when it comes to authority, it's stuff like top US official, India's president says XYZ, PhD holder makes an entrance to our museum or something like that. If you run a museum, I'm talking to e-commerce businesses. But yeah, something in my... So the thing about authority headlines is you hitchhike on words or phrases that already hold certain capital in society already. Even things like celebrities or a certain concept or a certain phrase or a certain trend or even the latest news headlines. Whatever holds authority captures attention. That is something you want to think about as well. Factor number 4 is bold promise. So what is a bold promise? It's sort of like an exclamation, sort of a very strong opinion Something like, this chocolate bar will save your life. This coffee bean, this bag of coffee beans will change your mornings, will revolutionize your mornings. This bicycle will transform how you view recreational cycling. Again, these are pretty bad headlines, and this is a very spontaneous video, so bear with me here. But the whole point about bold promises is that it also captures attention. Why does it capture attention? Because, see, I'm going to go into this later, but our brains are wired to allocate attention according to certain triggers. And these are some of the formulas or some of the already tried and true triggers that hits that point in their brain, in the user's brain, and it's like, yo, pay attention to that. So when it's a bold promise, it's a shortcut in the brain. The brain uses shortcuts to tell us what to spend energy on, because we only have so much attention. And so when somebody makes a bold promise, they're probably right, because they have to be accountable for it. And that means if you're a business and you're making a bold promise as a headline, that better be good. And if you find the right copywriter or with good copywriting skills, you can make a bold promise almost out of anything, especially if your product is good. And at our agency, we don't work with products that aren't good. But we do a pretty good job of copywriting. So if you have a good product, let us know. So before we get into the second part of the video, which is right here, which is being relevant, I want to get into what we're all about. So we are Gotham City Marketing Consultancy. I am the founder, Gautam and Ram. And what we do is we do email marketing for e-commerce stores who make 5, 6, 7 figures a month. And what we do is we unlock 5 to 6 figures from your emails alone, and that it's a massive margin on that, guys, and it has like 0 ad spend, and it's consistent, and it also builds up compounding loyalty with your readers, and there's a ton of other benefits. If that's something that interests you guys, hit us up, contact us down, the contact details are down below. But you gotta be making money, right, guys? You gotta have a good product and you gotta be making money, else we really can't help you, right? So yeah, let's jump right back in. In the second part, we're gonna go into how you can be relevant. What do I mean by being relevant? Being relevant just means staying with the times, right? See, emails have not been dying, they have been evolving. And so what does this mean? It means you can't just do what's been working 20 or 30 years ago. You need to keep with the times. And so what are some things that are pretty obvious and people still do time to time? Number one, the definition of spam. If you check your spam folder and you still find emails there, it's because people are still writing headlines that are outdated, that are still triggering Gmails or Yahoo's or Hotmail spam triggers. Certain things, it's really simple, like, you know, having things that are all caps, having ellipses, dots, and things even like words like offer, words like sale, words like discount, certain types, certain ways of writing certain things. All of this triggers the spam filters, and the definition of these spam filters changes over time, and you gotta be aware of that. Number two, preview headlines. So there's the headline, and then there's that thing right down below, the following text. It usually shows the first line of your email, but if you've realized, a lot of companies have been using it to add to the headline. See, the headline is so important. You gotta use it to compel and open, right? So if you're not using that, you're really missing out. And that's something, yeah, as much as a lot of companies are trying to do it, they could do way better. Number three, from names. So when you get an email, before you even click it, you can see who it's from. And you can actually change that in the email system. And these kinds of things, guys, it changes with times. You gotta see, what is Gmail doing? What is Gmail upgrading? What are their latest updates? You gotta keep up with the times and adjust accordingly. You evolve. And that's what we do at Gotham City Marketing, right? That's why we're good at what we do. We focus on something and we just stay on it. And number four is RE. So there's a small thing, but it has a massive impact if you use it the right way. So if you get a reply to a certain email, it has the thing RE, but if you write it on your headline, you get high open rates because people are conditioned to write that. But here's the thing again, right? You gotta make sure you don't abuse it. You gotta make sure you stay relevant to the context. You can't just use RE and then you go in and you don't address the RE. That's not how it works. So if you need help with any of these, before that, We have a cheat sheet down below. You can download it. Instructions are down below. If you need help with any of this, you can just hit us up. Contact us. If you can't work together, we'll still leave you giving something that you can use in your business. Just hit us up. Yeah, that's it, guys. Let's go.